Hi there. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to make this video here to share with you a solution that I had to find for Driverlib inclusion here for this project. Uh, when you install CCS or Code Composer, it does not automatically include the Driverlib header and subsequent headers and source files. So I wanted to talk about that and share with you my solution as I needed to use them for my project. First things first, the version of CCS I'm running is version 11.2. So yours may be a little bit older, a little bit newer, but I don't remember the UI changing very much between 9 till now. So hopefully you're able to take this with as little salt as possible. With that being said, let me begin. First things first, to show, as it stands right now, I get 3 errors, and it's marked especially by this can open source file driverlib.h. That's right here. Target all not made. So the first step you would need to take is you'll need to go to Texas Instruments website, and you can follow this link up here at the top. And you'll want to download this simple link MSP432 SDK. Link right here on the right. I'm running Debian, so that is the file that I downloaded for, or rather the operating system, that I downloaded for. And then I ran that file that I downloaded. I went through the entire instructions, saying yes and not changing any of the default pathing. I found that the default pathing reflected this same default pathing that Code Composer followed when it first installed. So that means that for me, that looked like in my home directory, a folder called TI was installed and created, and this installer for the SDK was looking for that folder, or had expected that folder to be there. So once you have followed all the steps, and been a yes man for it, you'll then want to go back to your project here. From there, find the project you are focusing on. You'll right click on it. That's where you'll go down to show build settings. You'll have this window pop up. You want to drop down CCS build and ARM linker, and then click on file search path. Now you'll see these two areas, and you want to focus on include library file or command file as input. Click on the add button, or that green plus button. I'm going to click on browse. Now this is where we're referencing that SDK installation path. When I ran it, it installed and downloaded this devices folder here and its content. And as you can see, here's my user, my home directory, and here's that TI folder that I talked about. We're going to click on devices, and then MSP432, driverlib, MSP again. And now with these four, we're going to click on, between the four, click on CCS. And here we go. Here's that .lib file that we are going to need. So you can double click or press OK, open, not OK, open. And then we'll click OK. As we can see, we have now imported that .lib file. We're going to need that. Next, we're going to go down and drop down C General. We're going to scroll down to paths and symbols. And then first, you can check by clicking on libraries that the previous step was successful. If you see what would be your line here, for me, obviously it shows my home directory, my user, and then that TI devices MSP line, that pathing. If you see that, I would say take that as a good sign that you've done the previous step correctly. We'll go back now to includes. And from here, We're going to click on Add. You can select this if you want, but I'm going to click Add to all configurations in case if I use these for a different configuration other than my debug. We're going to select File System. Now for me, this is in my recently visited folders here. But as you can see, all it is the same pathing as before. Here's your user, the home directory, TI, devices, MSP, driverlib, and MSP again. And there's that CCS folder. But instead of going anywhere or clicking on anything else, we're simply going to click on OK. Because, as you can see, all the header and source files are located in this MSP folder. So we're not going to click anything other than Open or OK. As you can see, that path shows up here. We're going to then click on OK, and then click Apply and Close. It's going to ask if you want to rebuild now that changes need to be reflected. We're going to select Yes. And now, assuming all that has worked out, all we need to do now is build. And there we go. As we can see, finished building target. For me, it's my project, EPROM and no errors. Build finished. And currently my board is plugged in just to make sure that everything worked well accordingly. And that was my solution to this whole problem. It took me a little while to get this figured out. There isn't much material online for the MSP432 P401R. That is the launch pad that I'm using, the line. But there isn't much resource out there, so it took me a little bit to figure this out, piece it together. But I hope that this will be of help to you, right? When you know that could use this for any of their projects or so on. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything I've done, or if you are having any issues and you need another brain to have helped to pick at your problem, in helping to pick at your problem, let me know. I'd be glad to contribute and try and help any way I can. Lastly, if you made it this far, please leave a like on the video. Just be helpful either way. Good to know that people see it and find value in this. And of course, also please check out my previous videos regarding my EPROM loader project here. I've made some headway in the last good few months, and we'll be making and releasing a video here regarding that progress. It's concerning the interrupt on the MSP432 pad here, on how to use it and how to go about figuring out what your timer should be for maybe your project, as my project requires me to have a pulse between 40 and 50 milliseconds. So that was fun to figure out, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. And also feel free to subscribe to the channel. It'd be great to be able to see others that are interested in this. So, and you can stay up to date on it. I'm going to leave this there. Thank you for sticking this long, and I hope you have a great night. See ya.